Like, not afraid of think of it. It's like not afraid of doing everything like last year. You know, I'll run out with the flag. I'll do everything I did, and I'll be healthy this time. I thought it would have been. I wish he would have done that. I had that in my head the entire time. But either way, the one thing that I think I've seen from Rodgers through the first couple weeks was he was comfortable. He really felt like he could move. It's not like Kirk Cousins, who looked extremely uncomfortable coming back from the Achilles. Aaron Rodgers looked comfortable, looked healthy, and then to finally look in rhythm, looked like the timing was great, and that offense was the best it's been in a very, very long time in New York. I think Jets fans need to be very, very happy about that.
Yeah, I think now we get into the discussion as far as what the division looks like. Is there a real possibility that the Jets can overtake the Buffalo Bills? Because right now it's a two-horse race.
I'm willing to field that conversation more than I was previously.
I was impressed with the way the Jets played last night.
Yeah, I was too.
7 sacks, and that is a defense that's dealing with a ton of injuries, a ton of question marks, and the possibility for the Patriots to run the ball effectively was there last night, and they were unable to do that. And Rodgers, of course, on the offensive side, you're talking about one of the best running backs in the game, and Breece Hall. I could
argument for me there.
I could very well make the case that he's the best running back in the game, but I'll leave that to another day.
Well,
yeah.
I need to look at that. Give me a second for that.
I think Breece Hall, athleticism, absolutely, numbers, 100%, and he's just a ridiculous freak. And if you can get him some blocking, of course, the offensive line struggled mightily last year, and I think they've made some improvements. Still, they dealt with an injury last night. You know how that works.
It also helps that Aaron Rodgers helps kind of relieve the pressure in the box and all the numbers that you would have in the box, because nobody's afraid of Zach Wilson, and I think everybody's afraid of Rodgers. So, yeah.
And, of course, Garrett Wilson, getting him involved, keeping him happy, that's easier said than done, but you're talking about one of the better wide receivers in the game as well. Look, Rodgers had it rolling. No surprise. Nothing dumb. Him and Saleh had a little back and forth.
Yeah, what was that? Did we ever figure out what the lip reading was?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Yeah, it was just a matter of, a little fun between coach and quarterback.
Okay. So it wasn't a big deal.
No,
okay,
no. Rodgers is a different breed.
Yes.
You know that. So what it is.
I mean, it does look bad, the picture itself, and the few seconds of whatever that image was looked bad. But
yeah, it didn't. Well, again, I think people get carried away with body language and don't really understand what it takes to play in between those lines. Like, I don't either. I'm just very nonchalant with my takes, except for these people that are playing, a couch therapist and going, oh, well, look, he's upset with Saleh. Did you see that? No. It's a little joyful back and forth between quarterback and coach. And I guess the inside conversation was, we need to get up by 2 scores.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. So, they were having a little fun with that. But, again, very impressive night by Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. All right. Sean Brace, John Jansen. We are live from the Philly Show, and it's here in Greater Philadelphia Expo Center at Oaks. It's here all weekend, kicking off right here, right now. We'll go over the list of all the great World Series champions that are going to be in the buildings. We're going to talk about some collectibles. And, oh, by the way, how much that Shohei Ohtani ball could go for right here, right now.
Oh, my God. Did you see the guy walked away?
Yeah.
He's walked away. I'm going to keep it.
Well, that's smart.
I think it's very smart.
That's smart, yeah. We're going to have some guests pop on. We will talk to some other people that are rolling around the convention. But
you might lose me for a while.
Be sure to get on over to PhillyShow.com. Check out for all the details. And check out what we have on our socials at FoxPHO Gambler. Get involved with the conversation as we are live. We'll be here till 5 p.m. Once again, Sean Brace, John Jansen. We got Sam back at the studio. Day 2 for Sam. And
we're making it work.
It is a fire drill today. And I don't know what happened. Did it storm last night?
I don't know. It stormed in the Gambler Studios. Storm came rolling through.
And I love this. Day 2. Here you go, Sam. Normal way we go to break? Yes, Sam. Normal way we go to break. We're going to do that right here, right now.
Sam's sweat. Oh, we're going to see if he does it. We're going to see.
You hit the button when you're ready, Sam. We'll be back after this live from the Philly Show. Don't go anywhere. More Daily Ticket.
Yeah.
Make sure you kill us. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Could you put him up in my headphones, please? Yeah, thank you. All right. So what does the log look like right now? Okay, good. Good, good, good. Beautiful. All right, what time Army time is it showing you with the spots? Or two time, excuse me, it doesn't do Army time. Is everything 2:26 p.m.? Does it look normal in that? Okay. All right. It wiped out everything I had planned from the standpoint of songs. So now I need you to go to. Do you know how to work the B bar in the walls? Yeah. No, you're all right. Don't worry about the Vox Pro for now. Yeah, that's put that in your notes though. Absolutely, as soon as you get in, you boot those two things up. Sorry. Yeah, it's all good. All right, so over to the next gen. You're gonna see two bars at the bottom, two buttons at the bottom. One says B bar, one says wall. I want to say. Hit B bar. All right. When you hit B bar, it should have a drop down box, and then you can go up to the top to change whose bar or like whose pages those are. All right. So go to Sean's. Yep. Yep. Correct. All right. I don't care what song it is. Just play one of those songs, and all you got to do is just drag that.
Oh, you can do it that way.
You can play it. Right. You could just hit the play button or drag it into the spot block.
I would do that.
If you can, get comfortable. Yeah, you're gonna make it. You're gonna make errors, and that's how we all learn. Reps. That's it. Just in between, you see in spot block. On top of that, convention was great for the people with cats.
I do like. I get so excited to come to stuff like this because the community like that just like flocks in. We're gonna see it today when the doors open up soon and all of that. It's gonna be amazing. I love that. There is nothing that gets me more excited than a community that comes together and is almost in one spot for all this stuff. I mean, I'm looking at a bunch of helmets right now. We got some baseball stuff next to us. I mean, there's Messi jerseys over there, Brace. Messi jerseys.
How about it?
And there's everything here. I love it.
All right. So we do have a little bit going on. Of course, NFL. We got Football Friday. Mark Henry Jr. is scheduled to join us at 3 o'clock. I don't know if I'm even going to punch up guests today because of everything that's happening with these machines back at the studio, but we'll see. Anyways, we do have Football Friday. We got a lot to get to as far as these games are concerned. We got some college football action as far as tonight. Ugly one last night, though. App State. Not the same App State that I know.
No, I think that was something that everybody's talking about, Ohtani and the Phillies and everything else. Meanwhile, App State was getting their butts kicked at home by South Alabama. They should have already lost to ECU last week. ECU kind of dropped the ball on that one. This is a bad App State team. I don't think it's good at all. They were the third shortest odds in the Sun Belt to win the conference. They shouldn't even be close to that. This, so far, to me, looks like Texas State Conference to win. So far, it looks like that. And G.J. Kinney has done an incredible job. And, of course, their passing offense and offenses in general is just high-powered. So Texas State, to me, looks like the team to beat there. And App State looks nowhere close to what that program has been over recent years.
Yeah, that was a little lopsided yesterday. Great uniforms, though, by App State. Want to give them a
App State uniforms are just
hit.
Awesome. Yeah, they do hit.
Yeah, they do hit. We do have a couple college football games tonight. Stanford, Syracuse. Cuse is 8.5-point favorites on DraftKings. 56.5 is your total in that one. We got Illinois and Nebraska.
Heisman contender Kyle McCord.
Stop it.
What do you mean stop it? He's been great.
This is the issue I have with you people. Is that like
I was joking, but yes.
You guys try to hand out awards and predict like who's in the playoffs, and it's September 20th. Like, why even?
I mean, but Kyle McCord's 59 of 85, 735 yards, 8 touchdowns, 1 pick.
I literally got
top 25 win.
Look, I guess from the betting perspective, I don't have that much of an issue. Again, like, I just don't understand why people think
just putting anybody in a conversation.
The magic ball or the magic 8 ball is that easy to read. It's just not. We got a long way to go, and injuries definitely are going to play a huge factor in all of this, from the college football playoffs to winning the games in themselves, so including Heisman Trophy award winners too as well. Long way to go.
Yeah.
It is September 20th.
But so far, I mean, Kyle McCord.
Stop it.
He does look good, though. I mean, all jokes aside, he looks phenomenal. And this Syracuse team, man, 8.5 seems like such a short number. Their problem is defense. They gave up a lot of points to Georgia Tech. And Georgia Tech wasn't even playing all that well, and I thought that game was closer than it should have been because Syracuse looked like the much better team than Georgia Tech. Their defense kept getting gashed, though, and even Ohio was having their way with Syracuse's defense. That's going to be the main issue. I just don't think Stanford has any kind of offense. They haven't really proven that through their first 2 games against TCU, 27 points, 41 points against the opponent, I think FCS opponent. Yeah, Cal Poly. I don't even know where they're at in the FCS, but not very good. I think Syracuse's offense is something that I'd be very confident in, especially at home.
All right. Well, just to let you know right here, right now, Cam Ward front and center at top of the Heisman Trophy awards as far as the odds are concerned. Plus 550. Jackson Dart 7-1. Jalen Milroe 7-1, and Nico plus 850. Dylan
Can I say I'm a
Gabriel.
fan of Jalen Milroe? Like, I feel like Jalen Milroe in Alabama have been dismissed too quickly.
Mike Powers here handing out some mystery box. I was going to buy a mystery box. Like I had a plan to buy a mystery box until you know what hit the fan. So we might get in that a little bit.
Are we
later.
going to open these now?
Well,
should I wait?
Yeah, wait.
Should I wait? Okay.
Wait.
I know. I want to make a spectacle out of this.
Yeah, we got to get.
I don't get to do this often, so this is fun for me.
We got to get this on the rails here.
Do I got to do it the same thing, like get the camera over top of it, like get the gloves on so I don't mess up? Or it could be a just like mint condition card. I can't get any fingerprints on it, Brace.
Mystery box. What's inside the? Do you know what show that's from?
I do not.
What is that from?
No, I do. I have no clue what that's from.
No. It's a kid's show.
The Wayne Brady show.
I'll have to text my dog.
The Wayne Brady show's not a kid's show?
Yeah, exactly. I'll have to text my wife. She'll know. All right. Again, to the NFL, though, and all eyes are on the Philadelphia Eagles game coming up on Sunday at 1 o'clock. This is one of those games where it's going to test from the standpoint of anybody and everybody will be on the New Orleans Saints. I don't see a lot of people in the media world, experts in fantasy, so on and so forth, taking the Philadelphia Eagles on the road. 3-point spread right now on DraftKings Sportsbook. Could drop down, though. I was actually talking to someone last night, and they said that around kickoff, this could go to 2.5.
If it's a 2.5, I like it.
You like it from the Eagles' perspective or the Saints?
Saints.
Yeah, that makes sense, obviously, with the 2.5 versus
I know the
3.
numbers moved a lot, but with where these teams are at now and what we've seen from them in even the past season and what happened in the second half, I think Mark Henry Jr. accurately talked about this a lot, that the Saints actually did play pretty well at the end of the second half. They have a new offensive coordinator in, and that seems to be working out very well. And the Eagles' issues are their issues. And all the things we talked about in the offseason are now their issues coming into the season, especially on the defensive side. So I think this is a great showing of what these teams really are for this season. I mean, if the Saints do roll over the Eagles, I think at some point we kind of have to just – I know it's 3 games into the season. You don't panic. Roster's really good, and I love the roster. I thought the Eagles are going to win 13 games this season. I love that roster. But – maybe after a game like this.
Are you ready to take the under on 13?
Oh, yeah, especially now.
Now what do you see?
I maybe see a bad team. Like, I thought everything could kind of get fixed, and I was happy with the coordinators they brought in.
Yeah.
I was even happy with the talent of Bryce Huff coming in. I thought that was great, and the offense is all good, and everything was all great. And then Nick Sirianni blows another late lead, and I'm all questioning now if this is all worth it to even try a whole season with Sirianni. But, yeah, I think if they lose to New Orleans in this game, and this could be telling. Like, maybe that's just what New Orleans is for this season, and maybe this is what the Eagles are for this season. I think this is kind of telling even this early on in the season. This kind of game is very telling.
Yeah, Jeffrey Lurie misplayed his hand.
Might have.
No doubt about it. Once again, I keep saying this all week, the toothpaste is out of the tube, and it's the cliche, but it's just the reality of where we're at right now. And this team probably will lose on Sunday to the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, did you just there were probably.
And then guess what? In Tampa, it's not going to be easy. But that's a whole different week, and I don't know what Tampa Bay is going to look like from week to week, and I don't know who's healthy and so forth. So we'll wait till we start breaking that one down.
Do they even beat Tampa? Like, how far are we going?
Well, let me ask you this. If they were playing in Tampa instead of New Orleans, what are you saying now? Like, if this week, if they were playing Tampa Bay in week 3 versus –
it'd still be a prove-it game. It's still – well, a telling of what these teams are. It's the same thing because Tampa Bay started off really well. I don't think they played all that great in week 2. A lot of it was Jared Goff just being a horrible quarterback for Detroit. Still, that's a great win on the road. Even if Jared Goff plays poorly, it doesn't matter. You're still on the road playing a team that should be an NFC contender, and you beat them. So, yeah, it would be another – the Eagles at some point have to prove it. I thought the game against Green Bay was fine, but even then there were some issues. You have to prove to us that you're actually improving. Like, that's the thing to me. Prove to me that you're actually improving right now. Right now it just seems like they were fine in week 1, and they just keep taking steps back, and they've been taking steps back since the second half of last season.
Yeah, defensively, I just don't see how they're going to improve. Vic Fangio saying that they got to get back to basics. I love it because that's
I love that. That's my favorite coach speak.
You're either going to get back to basics or you're going to tweak a few things.
You know what was really bad? Doug Peterson was doing that even before the season started in Jacksonville. We're keeping it simple. Like, dude, that sounds awful. You already lost it.
It's a lost cause. Look,
that is always when a coach says that you're 100% right. It's over.
I don't want to be the negative Nancy, the Debbie Downer, but this is exactly what we discussed because we had months to do so during the offseason. What will be the reaction? How will the fan base handle it, that first loss? And here we are. And it's the truth.
It's not even in the loss, it's the way they did it.
Yes.
The way they did it was awful.
Even if no matter what way you go about it, a loss is a loss. Like, I get it. It was a bad ending, but really was there much to be impressed by with that game? And I also know this much. The team is no ifs, ands, buts about it. I think A.J. Brown might be the most valuable player besides Jalen Hurts.
I agree.
Because that offense looked atrocious if that was your game plan. And Saquon, he went for 90+, had a bunch of carries. But The pass game, there was nobody downfield. You're throwing bubble routes to Britton Covey 5 times. Like, you got a question right now, and here we are. And man, you're talking about the most difficult place to play. I get Kansas City probably gets raucous and it's loud and everybody loves to bring that one up, but I'll put that up. I'll put the Saints, the Superdome versus anything. So I like the Saints. Look at these kids just firing full court shots
the
here.
Steph Curry influence. Unbelievable. Look at
I'll
what Steph Curry and Caitlin Clark have done to the game.
Yes, I will put the Saints first quarter in a parlay. I like the Saints first quarter. Just have to win the quarter. I think they come out hot. And we'll see if this offense can compete and stay with the New Orleans Saints point for point, possession for possession. I'm going to say no. I think the Saints win this game. And for me, like, I'm steadying the boat, but I don't think that the fan base is going to react like that, and I don't think Jeffrey Lurie is going to react like that. So I think Nick Sirianni watch is on 3 games into the season. I really do believe it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's on for me. You can't blow a game like that and it not be. Well, we got to look at what the coach is doing. I mean, he blew the game. So yeah, I think the clock's already on, and if they lose, start 1-2 to start the season, I don't see how it doesn't. That's why the game is so big for me, though, because even with all of the problems, if you go up 2-0 to start the season, and I know it got bad last year, and they started off 10-1, still, though, in a 2-0 spot, you can fix some things. Like, you can figure it out. You're in a good spot to make the playoffs. But now it's starting to get to the point you got to keep up in a division race with Dallas, and I know they just got beat by New Orleans, but Dallas and you are going to be very close. So you got to figure it out quick, and the fact that you lost the game so early like that, when you have some issues going on right now, that's big time to me, and to me, the ball just kind of rolls quicker now. If you lose again, if you start off 1-2, I mean, the ball's already rolling. You stink. And everybody's going to question it just like they did last year. All the players in the locker room who are questioning, what are we doing right now? How do we fix this? Well, I think they're going to question that more, and I think they're going to find out they don't have any answers to that. They found it out last year, but you have a whole offseason to figure it out. Everybody's bought in. But now you start 1-2, you go, all right, here we go again. And you can't be in that spot. And it could actually happen to where they're 1-2.
As we're broadcasting live from the Philly show, Sean Barnard, John Jansen, have you ever seen black on the log before?
No. Are we in the dark? We're in the abyss now and at the gambling?
What happened last night?
I don't know.
I left the studio at 6 o'clock. I know everything was running fine when I left. All of a sudden, I wake up this morning, and I'm seeing things from our log that I've never seen.
I've never seen that before.
Black and purple. All right. Well, Sam, good luck to you, man.
Yeah.
Hitting all the right buttons behind the scenes.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you, Sam. We appreciate that. All right.
How sweaty do you think Sam is right
Mike
now?
Powers.
Are the cameras on us? Yeah.
That's what I mean. We don't even know if are we on? Are we live? Like, this is.
No. But are they on?
Have a seat. Have a seat, Mike Powers. Will you put Mike Powers' mic on too?
Yeah. Oh, it's on.
It's on. Will you talk to us, Mike?
Yeah, yo.
Rough start, but we're here.
Hey, we're here, baby. Let's go. 3 o'clock. Normally the show is 3 to 6,
I know.
so we won't even count 2 to 3.
No, it was bonus.
Hey,
it was bonus hours.
It's the 2024 Eagles, a mystery bag.
All right. First of all, Mike, please, this is an unbelievable. I apologize because obviously that was a very high stress situation, and I will be fully upfront with you. I wanted to put my head through a wall, but that's all right. Cooler heads prevail. Yeah. We are here. We're rolling. Let's go. Now,
I would have loved to see you put your
with that being said, we are live at the Philly show. Christine?
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, she was great.
Opens
She's
the
been
door,
so great.
welcomes us in. We're going to have special guests joining us. We got some media members running around. Great question today for Shohei Ohtani with the 50-50 ball.
Right.
Or was it the 51-51 ball? Or was it
No, that was the 50-50 ball.
50-50 ball. So that's even better question. Is that worth more than the 51-50, right? Like so on and so forth. So we'll get into that. You just picked up the $10 mystery bag. The $10 mystery bag. What is this?
Yeah, what is it?
It's TNT Sports Cards. I went over there. I saw the Birds logo. I figured we needed a little pick-me-up.
Did you have a
smile on
cocktail
your
at
face.
lunch today? Did you have a cocktail?
I wish, dude. I wish. I need one.
All right.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good. I mean,
I'm rough.
This wasn't your fault. This
No, I
isn't
know.
I don't
Well,
know.
my
I don't
side
even know
was
whose
also
fault
screwed
it
up.
is. Like this log is black. I've never seen it.
somebody
It
need
felt
to
like it
drink
was
so
my
much
fault.
of Powers right now.
All right. So
what are we up
TNT
about?
Sports Cards.
Okay.
was,
Are they local?
They are. New York.
That's
so
not
That's
local.
not local.
That's not local.
Well,
Local
I
for
mean-
you, Mets fan,
Well,
All right.
Brooklyn
dude, there's
guy.
some people here that are like from freaking Kansas.
Okay.
It's out of control.
I want to
Yeah.
talk to that person.
Yeah, it would be
All
great.
right. So I opened this up. Now it's got Eagles on it. Is this
Yeah.
an Eagles pack?
It's an Eagles mystery bag
Okay,
from
can
what
I
Ryan
open it
said.
up? I want to open it up.
All right, here we
I'm really
go.
excited.
Who said this to you?
Ryan, the
Ryan?
guy right there.
Hi, Ryan.
Say hi, Ryan.
Yo, Ryan.
He's ignoring us.
Yeah.
Mystery pack. Here we go.
I think he gave it. I can't open it.
It's tight. All right. Oh, these are in like sleeves.
Okay.
These are like next level here.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yo.
What do you got?
I don't know, but it looks cool.
Jalen Hurts, let's
Let's
go. How about that right there, brother? That's a good one. Oh, got another Jalen Hurts. I got 3 Jalen Hurts cards.
That hurts.
How about Jalen Hurts with number 2? That's Fugazi. I can't look at that, right? It's got to be the one.
But that's a rookie card then, right?
Okay, that's a
rookie?
good call by you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rookie card. Jeez, Brace, don't you know how any of these things work?
That's
You want to know my prized possession card? I do have a binder
That is
in my
dope.
house with cards.
very cool.
The one I love the most is
Take
I have
a
a
pick. You an Eagles fan? Oh.
I have a Freddie
Who
Mitchell.
do you like? Cowboys!
Oh
Get him
my
out!
God.
Get him out! Nah, I can't.
We're failing.
What's your name, buddy? Jacob. Cowboys and who?
And Chiefs.
And Chiefs.
Love
All
it.
right, good stuff, Jacob. Nice, man.
So
Enjoy.
yeah, my prized possession is a Freddie Mitchell rookie card. Where did he go to? UCLA, I think.
That is
Yeah,
correct.
yeah,
Where
yeah.
did he go? Come on,
It was
FredEx?
on the card, but I was just making sure. I didn't want to say it was wrong. Look, I have a Freddie Mitchell rookie card, and then I didn't know. So right now I have
That's a dope card.
this one is in a case that's a lot. I have a Kenneth Gainwell signed rookie card.
Ooh, Kenny Gainwell.
Yeah, Kenny Gainwell, my favorite player, who I have not ever once criticized before, not ever in the
Never.
history of this.
I like these. Now, did they have
That's
special?
fun,
Did they
right?
have other teams over
They
there
did.
too?
They did. I went with obviously the one I felt needed the
I
biggest.
got an
pick-me-up,
MVP
which
one.
was
Whoa,
the
whoa,
Birds.
what's this? Contenders MVP, Jalen Hurts. What is this?
Let's go. All right, Sam. We're gonna take a timeout. You're gonna hit a button, Sam. Here's the deal. We are live once again from the Philly show, and we're
got
here
2
till
Kenneth
5
Gainwell
o'clock.
cards,
So
by
if
the
you're
way.
coming on by, stop by. First of all,
course
just
I
to let
would.
you know, they are going down all weekend long. So this is from September 20th through the 22nd. All the information you need is at thephillyshow.com. Phillyshow.com. Anybody and everybody will be here, including 2008 World Series champions, Joe Blanton, Scott
Where's the
Aaron,
other world?
Pete
The other
Happy,
word in there.
Jay Happ, Ryan Howard, Jeff Jenkins, Brad Lidge,
Whoa,
Charlie
whoa,
Manuel,
whoa.
Jamie Moyer, Jimmy Rollins, Matt Stairs, Shane Victorino, Jason Wirt's going to be here.
The whole team.
Unbelievable. The
JC
whole damn team.
J.C. Romero's a great one. J.C. Romero's great. Jeff Jenkins really
No
good.
HGH included. Anyways,
Oh,
get your
come
tickets here at
on.
phillyshow.com.
didn't
Don't
do
go
that.
anywhere. More daily
messed
ticket.
up.
We will have Mark Henry Jr. on the other side. Back after this.
Yeah, look at
All right, you shut us down, Sam. We're good there. You shut us off, so we're good there. We're not on the over there. Always remember that's the There you go, Sam. Once again, coming to you live from the Philly Show in Oaks, PA. Sean Brace, John Jansen live. Cracking some packs, as the kids say. Isn't that what they... Ripping some
Ripping.
packs.
Oh, is it really ripping?
We're ripping packs, baby. We're ripping packs.
That doesn't sound appropriate for something that you don't ever want to rip. Like you just, I don't know. That seems aggressive for opening cards.
So I don't know if you've walked over there, but where we're at is a little quiet, which is fine. Go over there. Oh, my Lord. It is a sports heaven. Jerseys. Autographs.
Yeah, you have fun talking to Mark. I'm going to go.
Cards. Game-worn jersey. I just looked at a Bryson Stott World Series jersey 2 years ago. Gorgeous. So many cool items. Folks, if you're in the area, this is the place to be. The Philly Show. It is here at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks, PA, right off of the main drag right there, and you can't miss it. Come on to the back. Super easy, super accessible, and a lot of friendly people here as well, as they're all just big fans in the sports community, man, sports collectibles community. So this is the place to be. All right, we're going to try this out here. Mark Henry Jr. is scheduled to join us right here, and I'm being told Mark is on the line. Mark Henry Jr., can you hear me, and can we hear you? Didn't think so. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Sam, you just go ahead and click some buttons. We'll find out if it works eventually. But
if we hear Mark talking more.
Yeah, we're efforting Mark Henry Jr. at this point in time.
Ooh, efforting.
Efforting,
Nice.
yeah. You like
I
that?
never used that one before, yeah.
It's a good one. Efforting is a good one.
I feel like everybody, all radio hosts do that. I've never used an efforting on air.
Efforting is a good one. Tracking is always a good one, too. Tracking. Let's see here. All right, so we are going to talk all things NFL at this point in time. You want to? How about this? You call Sam. We'll see if you can walk him through.
I'll walk
away from the microphone. Yeah, there you go. And we'll get Mark up eventually. Go ahead and FaceTime him. All right, once again, smooth operation. This is what you got to deal with. Gremlins in the system, as we like to say here. Bottom line is, folks, with the NFL Week 3 here, of course, I went over these games yesterday, and I was really torn on a few of them, and it's going to be great to get Mark on definitely here because I want to get his thoughts on some of these spots. Now, last week the dogs were barking in a big way, and the big thing for a lot of people now is what will that carry over? Is that going to be how it's going to play out in Week 3 this week? And, you know, at the same time, I do believe offenses are struggling, and it's going to be tough for them to get points and all that. That's the same. I get it. But I do expect things to eventually come to fruition for these offenses. And, you know, a team like, I hear something, Mark Henry Jr. I got you. You got me, Mark. How are we doing today, man? I don't think you could top our crazy story, but go ahead. Oh, congratulations. What'd you get? I don't even know what the hell that is. A what?
What the heck is that?
A Cavapoo? Yeah,
what on earth is that? You bought a stuffed animal.
Yeah, you did. You bought a little
what,
cute
what
pup.
Is that?
What'd you name him? What'd you name her?
Becky Lynch?
Oh. Ooh, Becky Two Bowls. All right, this is great. Nice work there, Sam, getting Mark on the board. And thank you, Mark, for a few minutes with your trip to Amish country. We are live at the Philly show.
So he's at my territory.
Yeah, and this place is rocking, Mark. You would be like a kid in a candy store here. There is everything you can name here. But really cool stuff. All right, let's get down to brass taxes. Let's talk about some games here. First of all, your takeaway from the Jets last night. They look good. I get it, the opponent on the other side. We don't really have too much expectation for the New England Patriots. But hit the fast-forward button a little bit, Mark. Jets possibly winning the division? Where do you stand on that conversation, albeit 3 weeks into the season? Yeah, and last night they had 7 sacks. I got to give credit to the Jets on that one. Look, I won't lie one bit. I got in my car, turned on the Fantasy Channel on Sirius XM, 6 p.m., and the hosts that they had were pretty good. And the one guy goes, I'm a diehard New England Patriots fan, and I can't tell you enough, don't take the Patriots tonight. Do not do it. Don't take them. He just went in on why we should not take them. He said that if they scored 1 touchdown, he'd be surprised. And I think he was pretty spot on. So it kind of swayed me to hear from a New England Patriots fan's perspective to say exactly that. And I go, all right, so maybe I'm not going to be too over the top on this game tonight. Did throw a little same-game parlay in there. Came up short because no Hunter Henry touchdown. But we did have the Lazard touchdown, and, of course, Breece Hall scored for a lot of people, and Garrett Wilson as well. So nice work. If you did have the Jets last night, those Thursday night football games are tough. Yeah, you're right about that. All right, so let's get on over to the Eagles and Saints. And Mark, no one's taking the Eagles. Nobody is. I saw it this morning on Get Up. They all had the Saints. I would imagine we'll be watching the pregame shows on Fox, CBS, ESPN, NFL Network, and I'd be shocked if there were 2 people out of all 4 of those networks that are going to take the Eagles here. I don't think it's a bad play. I really don't, just strictly speaking off of the offense. I do think that if the Eagles play to their capabilities on offense, they could very well throw up a 30-point performance. They could throw up a 27-point performance. And if that's the number that they end up with, they could win the football game. So I don't think it's 100% that they're going to go down and get smoked. But if you made me make a selection, I'm going to take the Saints here. I'm going to ride with everybody and Joe Public, and it's the number 1 play. But I'm wondering where you stand, because you seem to be a little bit more level-headed when it comes to these sort of things. And I think you're a little bit more higher on the fact that the Eagles will figure it out, not trying to put words into your mouth. But if I have a good read on you, I think that's where you stand. Where are you at for this weekend, though, versus the Saints 3-point spread? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's where I'm at, and that's where I want to know. I want to go next with you is Alvin Kamara. This is another one. I would be shocked if he's not top 5 as far as props and
Yeah,
one
against that run defense.
one
Yeah.
leg for everybody in every same game parlay across the country. So, your thoughts on the Eagles going up against Kamara this weekend? Is it a thumbs up for you for people out there that are willing to play the over 65 in yards rushing? I actually like the combo receiving and rushing at 101. Again, I know that the issue for the Eagles is stopping the run. Kamara's been really good this season. I don't think that they're going to stop that, and that's why I'm pretty pro on all things Kamara. Where do you stand on that? Ooh.
I think that leads to me for the next fantasy question. Because of the defensive line being so bad, Derek Carr is going to have time. I mean, Shaheed has already caught a couple of big passes. I mean, is this just a third straight week of Shaheed? Because he's one of the tougher ones to play because it's a boom or bust play. But to me, with the matchup and how well the Saints have been playing offensively, this just seems like a boom in week 3.
And that's one of the things that was going through my mind from Kirk Cousins. It's like, if you don't get after him, yeah, he's a quarterback. He's a guy that's made a living throwing the football for years. He's still in the league for a reason. And that was a concern, and it will be a concern even more so with Carr and the Saints the way that they're rolling right now. All right. So give us a final score on the way out here. Saints, Eagles, where you at? Ooh. Yeah. And oh, by the way, Mark Henry Jr. is the one that told us in the beginning that he said he had the Packers and the Falcons games being split. So he said he liked the Eagles to win in week 1 against the Packers, so therefore he was kind of leaning towards the Falcons on that one. So nice read so far. Keep it up there, Mark Henry Jr. And as always, we can hear Mark on Saturdays. But tomorrow, a little preempted because of Villanova football back on our airways bright and early tomorrow at noon, 11:30, pregame coverage kicking off. Mark Henry Jr., good luck on all those plays, sir, and looking forward to recapping hopefully a Eagles victory on Monday with you right here on the Daily Ticket. Let's ride. There he is. Great job, Mark. Sam, hit the button. You can get rid of him. Make sure the pot is down. You're the best. Doing big work behind the scenes. The funny thing is Sam.
Is it fun? Is any of this funny?
Next,
I don't think Sam finds this funny.
Next time, Sam's going to be on the microphone. He's going to have to talk to us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's going to even
I would love to talk to
add
Sam.
another level to it. Victus,
What did you just
a
get?
Victus wiffle ball bat. Nice.
Look at this.
Do they have a booth here?
It looks like a crayon.
Gunther
Oh,
Brothers
that's awesome.
from Egg Harbor Township. Grant,
Shout out to Egg Harbor
Declan, and
Township.
Grady. The Gunther Bros in the house. Let me see that.
I love Egg Harbor
do you-
Township.
do you
That's where my
know-
parents live.
Do you know what the
Great,
deal is?
great
though?
town. I don't know what the deal is with this one. No.
Victus is the.
I know that they make all the bats
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, the pencil bats that everybody was talking
crayon
about.
bat they
the
do.
crown bat. Yeah, that looks
So,
great.
This is cool though. This is very cool. Nice work. Now back in the day when I played wiffle ball, right? What you did was you cut the top off and you stuff it with
Yep.
newspaper.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you tape it
Yep.
back up, right? And then you tape the ball as well. You tape the wiffle ball with electrical black tape. Now we're cooking. That is how you play wiffle ball. These kids these days, they don't know.
I don't know. That's a quality wiffle ball bat.
It is.
That is really good.
Really nice. Yes, nice work by the Gunther brothers
I think-
on that one.
Do we have a pitch speed thing in here?
Oh,
Do
we got
have
it all, man.
we have a radar gun for pitch. I got to see how hard I can throw.
The Philly show is the place to be. We're
How
gonna
hard do
have
you think you can throw, Bryce?
We're
How
going to
hard?
have some special guests stopping by here. Once again, PhillyShow.com is where you can get all of the details, including the vendors who are here. On the other side, David Marino is going to join us, and I believe, if I have this correctly, David Marino is representing the WAX Stars, W-A-X Stars. He's going to give us a little bit of a laydown what's happening here. Tonight's events, talking about some of the sponsorships, all that and more. We're going to get in on the inside and everything that's happening, once again, from the Philly show going down right here at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks, PA, September 20th through the 22nd. Get your tickets, once again, PhillyShow.com, and get here. This is the place to be this weekend. Don't go anywhere. More Daily Ticket. Back after this. Nice work. What happened with the All right, so I just deleted one of them. You dropped in 2, Sam. Did you see that or no? Sam. Well, no, you don't worry about it because I got rid of it. But yeah, that's all right. Yeah, something's going on with that computer today, and I have no idea out of nowhere what the hell's going on. So, all right. Well, anyways, yeah, just pay attention when you do drag it in. If you see double duplicates, obviously you don't want that, so you get rid of that. But the eject button, you see, obviously that's those things are eject. You got the play button, which is the triangle to the side. The other one is eject. That's that. There you go. Yeah. Well, yeah, you don't have to touch anything now because it's yeah. Correct. All right, you can put us in, and then we're ready to go, and we got a guest, so we're ready to rock. Thank you. Well, yeah, you don't have to put us on air just yet until the song comes. Correct. That's it. Yep, exactly. As long as it's not in talkback, we're good.
Paul's mic? That's a nice hum.
One more time.
That's a nice hum.
Yeah, what the feedback is?
Great feedback. There we go.
Got about 60 seconds. I'll trade you.
I couldn't believe. I haven't looked at MLB standings
You want Kenny
in a long
Gainwell?
time. I can't believe the Phillies are number 1
I
in
can't
the
believe I got
MLB.
2 Kenny Gainwells, a player I don't like.
What'd you up?
Boom. Boom. Couple Jones. Now, he got a Gainwell autograph.
Yep.
Kenny Gainwell.
In a nice like case too.
Does he still play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got 2 Gainwells.
I have a big Gainwell card. I got a nice maxi for you guys.
Nice.
I mean, he's the guy in Philly, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Maxi and Dom on the Eagles. Big Dom.
Oh, yeah. Bring it on back. We are live once again from the Philly Show. You got Sean Bracey, you got John Jansen. Folks, get online, phillyshow.com, all the details, who's here. Of course, 2008 World Series champions being represented in a big way tomorrow. But check out everything, autograph information, and more, all the details. Once again, at phillyshow.com. We are here till 5. We're going to have special guests joining us throughout the program here. And right now, currently, so you can see on the stream, David Marino joining us. He's representing Wax Stars, and he's going to talk a little bit more about what's happening here. But, David, pleasure to have you, number one. And number two, how did you get involved with the Philly Show? Let's start there.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Always love Philly.
My man.
You know, right down the road from, that small, big city, New York.
Oh,
You know,
welcome.
Small
there's
city.
there's never a Mets-Phillies rivalry.
No,
or a Giants,
no.
Eagles
All love,
rivalry.
all love. Yeah.
I hate
so
them all.
I became involved with the Philly Show about 2 years ago.
Okay.
The showrunner, the owner, Joe Drellick and Betsy Drellick, I became very friendly with, and I was building shows in Las Vegas around sports collectibles, and when we wound that down, this was a really nice natural progression, and I think Philly's one of those cities where Philly supports Philly, and Philly sports supports all Philly sports. So I think this was a really, really easy transition for me, and I mean, this show has grown over the past 4 or 5 years, exponentially, right? And it's continuing to grow. I mean, this room that we're in right now is going to be, 3,000 or 4,000 people tomorrow
Crazy.
waiting for that 08 Philly sign-in, which is really nuts to think about.
Yeah. So you have a booth here.
Yeah, so So we set up all of the marketing, branding, and partnerships for the show.
Okay,
and,
nice.
I definitely set up. I have got my guys here selling cards, and it's a big part of our business. Being at shows, buying at shows, selling at shows, and consigning through eBay.
How many shows do you do per year? If you had to give us a rough estimate.
I'm on the smaller end of the spectrum. I'd say I will specifically do 10 or 12 shows a year.
Okay.
There are, guys that are out here, 45 plus weekends a year at shows, living and breathing, buying and selling.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
No, and especially just it continues to take on a new life of its own. It seems like more and more people are getting involved, younger as well as we got the kids zone in front of us. That's pretty cool, and I don't know when that started being added to these shows, but to see little kids like that, probably 10, 11, 12 years old right there. And look, I collected cards when I was that age as well.
I still have a binder.
But I wasn't walking into a trade show with briefcases like these kids are. That is cool.
Dude, there are kids in this hobby that have briefcases of cards that are more expensive than your house. It's insane. Like, kids in this industry own some of the adults. It's just it's wild to see. But you'll have a 14-year-old kid walk up to your table and he's got $50,000 worth of cards sitting in the case. Like, it's nuts.
Yeah.
But that's the lifeblood of it. I mean, everything's cyclical, right? Like, you saw this big boom in trading cards in the 90s, I'm sure, when we were growing up. I transitioned out, came back in, but kids are going to continuously grow this industry. I think you'll see, especially with like flipper reseller culture, more and more people are going to come into sports cards. My specific belief is that you'll see memorabilia having a bigger moment, and I think if you come here on tomorrow or Sunday and see like the lines for some of these Phillies greats. I mean, in March we did the Eagles reunion, which was nuts.
Yeah, heard a lot about that one.
So yeah, it's an interesting industry.
Yeah, and how has it kind of evolved over the years? Because recently there was something called NFTs and digital stuff that people are kind of buying and selling and trading. But to me, it's the physical stuff that I'm so interested. So how has it evolved though over the years in this industry?
I think eBay was definitely the biggest part of that evolution, right? Even as recent as 5 or 6 years ago, you would never see a company like eBay at a regional sports card show in Philly. But I think that's a testament to Philly, and also, not to plug a sponsor, but a testament to eBay's commitment to growing this industry. The digital assets, are not going to say they haven't taken off in our space. Some people definitely did, but for the most part, I think it's the physical attachment to these players that we grew up with. I can hold a bat used in a 1992 Mets game by Jeremy Burnitz, right? Because
Good pull.
I used to
great
have that.
pull.
And Jeremy Burnitz actually, what was it? It was a Montreal Expos game. Let go of his bat and hit my father-in-law in the face, right? So that's a nice Burnitz connection to my family, with my wife. But again, I think it comes back to being able to have that like physical connection to your childhood and memory, frankly now it's about money, right? This is a really liquid market. It's fun. It's a vibrant community. I mean, just go down those aisles. Golden Auctions, which funnily enough was just bought by eBay. They've been having record sales. They're right outside of Philly. I mean, they're basically a Philly company.
Yep.
Multi-million-dollar sports cards that they're selling, modern and vintage. Pristine Auctions, who's a sponsor of the show as well, they're running tens of thousands of items a day. So it's not going away. It hasn't gone away, and it's only getting bigger.
We got David Marino joining us here, and he's going to give us a little in the background on like, if I'm a new person, you're a new person, you're coming here. What's the path? Say I'm showing up tomorrow. I want to get a little of everything. I want to possibly get an autograph from an '08 Philly. I want to see this. What would you recommend? How should we go about our business here?
I think you come early.
Okay.
You find parking. Plan on spending your day here. Walk the floor, touch some vendors, see some of the cool stuff out there. Get your autograph tickets early.
Okay.
Right? Wait around, hang out, bring your kids, go to the kids zone. go engage with some of the corporate sponsors, buy some cards. I mean, you got some of the best dealers on the East Coast in this room right now.
Very
like,
cool.
I personally have no problem spending 12 hours a day here.
I like
and
it.
just finding cool stuff.
No,
So,
you're right.
Yeah.
You are right, because I didn't stumble over there until just a little bit, and I was like, whoa, it's like Willy Wonka. You're like, look at this place. It's unbelievable.
So will the Shohei Ohtani 50-50 ball make an appearance here? We'll find.
Dude,
Where is that ball?
It's so. Listen, the hobby loves Shohei, right? Obviously, the baseball world loves Shohei. The baseball world's
The hobby world's got to be going
but
nuts with
I'm
Shohei
pretty
stuff.
sure Elliot De La Cruz has more stolen bases. Doesn't have 50 home runs, but like small market Cincinnati Red, Elliot De La Cruz would love to see him as a Met or a Yankee. You probably
How difficult is it initially when a ball like that does land into the stands and somebody has it? How hard is it initially to price something like that?
It's really interesting. We went after the Pujols, I think it was his Pujols 600 ball aggressively. That at the same time you had that Judge, 60 was it 62 or 63
Yeah, 62,
ball,
yeah.
62 ball that was like a week later. You have an idea, you have a range. There's guys that are going to set the market on these things, and they'll give you an indication of what they're willing to spend. But that Shohei ball, given how hot he is and his market, it's likely 7 figures.
Woo!
Whoa.
Now, so the guy ended up leaving, which was smart. So he got the ball, and he ends up leaving, which, of course, they're going to, oh, you want to come meet Shohei? We'll give you an autograph, a bat, whatever. No, go home, sleep on that. So he got that part right, correct?
Oh, yeah.
What's the next step if you were the one,
Oh, it's a great question.
like, recommending action for this person that left Miami with the ball? What's the next step for you? What would you say to them?
I mean, listen, you got to look at that ball like a house, right? Right? Think about
Yeah.
it. Like, you want to go find the best person to sell your house. If you're selling your house,
It's true.
I would shop that ball around, go find the best auction house that's going to give you the best rate, put the most marketing dollars behind it, and you're selling a house. That ball is a big Shohei house.
I like that.
So,
I like that.
Shohei has sold a lot of houses.
Yeah,
think,
I would imagine so, yes. And he could buy a lot of houses as well. David, is it fair to say this is your house this weekend? You here?
absolutely not. I'm a guest.
You're a guest? Okay.
But it's fair to say that I will eat lots of hoagies this
Nice.
weekend.
Well,
So thank you for that, Philadelphia.
welcome, my friend. Thank you for setting us up for success for anybody that's coming out here. And please plug anything that you have going on. We'd love to find you on socials.
I think just come down to the Philly show. Parents, bring your kids. This is definitely a fun way to spend your weekend.
It really is.
Yeah.
It is.
No
It's
lie
nuts.
about that.
I haven't
Yes.
even checked anything out yet. I'm having a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
This,
cool.
I love it.
David,
Walk the floor. Enjoy.
thank you very much for stopping by, man. Appreciate a couple minutes. Excellent stuff. Little background
That
there.
is awesome about the Ohtani stuff.
It's a
It's
Shohei
an
Ohtani
awesome.
house.
This is the perfect time to be at something like this after that kind of ball lands in the stands.
Yeah, it worked
And yeah,
out
you got to think of it that way. That's incredible.
Really worked out well, and from the, like you said, the standpoint of everything taking place last night and the way that the guy did it. Now, we have been involved with these discussions before, like, oh, what would you do? That person ended up. What was the recent one? It was because I was making fun of.
Did he nail? Was it the Judge one?
No, it wasn't the Judge one. I think it was like an Orioles player because I remember seeing the roof inside the team facility at the Orioles, and I was like, dude, really? Like, you got your players walking the top of the roof.
Was
like,
it Holiday's first home run?
I think that's what it was.
Yeah. Okay.
And,
I think you're
the
right.
guy, and I'm not sitting here saying that you get that ball and you automatically demand X, Y, and Z. If that's what you want to do, hey, knock yourself out. But
Got to look at it as like it could be an investment for
Go
Shop
home.
it. Yeah.
go
Yeah.
home, say, you know what? Look, I just everybody needs to relax a little bit. Let me go and talk to some people, my family. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and make a quick decision on this. So I just want to bring it back. Let me sit on this for a minute, and we'll come back. And like you said, you reach out to a gentleman like that, David Marino. He's going to set you up for success. Nice work there. buddy.
Absolutely. Yeah. That was awesome stuff.
All right, once again, the Philly Show is where we are live. Be sure to check them out online at phillyshow.com. And, man, who's your favorite 2008 Philly as you look at that list
Well, my
of names?
favorite athlete of all time still, like my personal favorite's Ryan Howard.
Ryan Howard.
I love Ryan Howard. Got me into baseball essentially.
Oh.
I love Ryan Howard.
You got everybody
But
from
there's some
that
great,
team.
yeah, there's some really great. J.A. Happ.
Yeah. Charlie's going to be here, man. You don't know. Like, seeing Charlie's a pretty cool deal.
Probably my second would be Carlos Ruiz.
Listen to this, though. We talked about the Phillies. We didn't even get into the Eagles. Randall's going to be here tomorrow. Randall Cunningham from 12:30 to 1:30 tomorrow. Michael Vick will be in the building tomorrow. Brian Dawkins is going to be here tomorrow. Joe Theismann. How about that?
Joe Theismann.
Great
really?
name.
Did I just see Dave Winfield?
Kurt Schilling is going to be here. And, oh, by the way, Dana Barros, which is a great trivia question answer. Who was the only player to make an all-star appearance for the 76ers between AI and I want to say, what was it in 80? Who's the last one that make it? I forget. But Dana Barros made the MVP or made the all-star team back in 93.
Okay, in between all that.
Yeah.
Yes. I would have not known that.
No, yeah.
Oh, Julia. Do I see Julia?
Yeah, you got a little of everything going on here.
Whoa.
All right. Once again, we do have a big card of NFL games coming our way on Sunday. And, oh, by the way, 2 Monday Night Football games. Not really a big fan of the 2 Monday Night Football games. I don't know. And
I don't like it. Nope.
And I'm a Monday Night Football guy, but I don't know, man. Like,
I actually hate. Can I admit something? This is my first season as a 30-year-old, Brace. Right?
Yeah.
I have fallen asleep during every night game so far. The only one I didn't is because I was out because we had such a great time out at Manayunk. Was the Eagles-Packers game. Everything else, I'm pretty sure.
You got to train the body, man. You got to.
It's hard.
You got to get the body clock going.
My body needs more sleep than it ever has. I got to give it some sleep.
That's it. All right. Once again, we'll hit the NFL card. We do have a lot to discuss for Major League Baseball. Phillies back in action this evening, taking on the Mets. Hopefully they can clinch. Some funny memes coming around, which is always a fun topic or a fun thing to look at in the timeline as far as what's happening with the Phils right now. And I saw this one skeleton, like, please clinch tonight as he's laying on the table.
That was from Absolutely Hamburg.
Yes, really good stuff there. Just to let you know, though, I do want to point out that the Detroit Tigers, man, are really lighting the world on fire over there in the American League. And it's been a lot of fun to watch and see what they've been able to do. Have you been paying attention to the AL race at all?
Not as closely, but I know it's been quite interesting.
Now, the Tigers haven't made the playoffs since 2014, which is tied for the longest drought in the majors with
Longest drought
without making the playoffs.
You got me.
The Angels.
Oh, the Angels didn't even. Oh, they didn't even make a postseason.
Tell me about it.
Oh my gosh.
So the Detroit Tigers, on August the 10th, they had the 4th worst record in the American League. They were 55-63, 10 games out of a playoff spot. Since then, they are Major League Baseball's best team, 25-10. They're now in a dead heat with the Twins, matching them at an 80-73 record. Minnesota holds the tiebreaker. If Detroit completes the comeback, this is courtesy of CBS Sports here, and makes the postseason, this would be just the second team in Major League Baseball history to do so after being 8+ games under 500 in August or later. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Remaining schedule for the Tigers, they have 3 at the Orioles, and then ending with 6 at home against the Rays and the White Sox. And so there might be some teams that have been locked up. So bottom line is keep your eye on what's happening in the American League. All right, we're going to step aside, take a quick time out. Once again, we got a lot going on. We're live from the Philly Show here. Check them out online at phillyshow.com. A lot of cool things being offered, including the mystery boxes. A lot of mystery packs out there. I like the mystery
It's all
packs.
a mystery, Brace.
I do like that.
Yeah, I do, too. Yeah, I think so, yeah. I kind of do.
Look.
But the thing is, I go into it every time thinking, what if I get something huge? And I never, ever get, like, the golden ticket. I'm expecting to open up the chocolate bar and get the golden ticket from Willy Wonka, and I never will.
That, yeah.
I always do, though. But isn't that, like, supposed to be the fun in it? And then I always I get so down on it because I never get anything.
The eBay is offering the gold VIP package. Really cool stuff here to be offered. So check them out once again. All details at phillyshow.com. Don't go anywhere. More Daily Ticket. Back after this. Sam, you could go ahead and
Take us out of talk back.
Take us out of talkback.
Or put us in talkback.
Yeah.
Talk to you.
Yeah,
There
there you go. I know you. I can see you hit the spot, so that's good there. We're off the air. You shut us off. All right, cool. All right, so you got the spots up.
Do you
They're
have
lit
the,
up.
the pots up? Do you have everything up? The levels things. All three of those need to be up. Okay.
All right, so he's got us in talkback. That's that. So we're good there. All right, we got 4 minutes. Beautiful. Okay.
Take a quick gander over there.
Do you want to ask Kristen where the next guest is? Sean, man, nice to meet you. Thanks for stopping by.
Nice to meet you.
You are retired Army.
Yep.
Now influencer, baby. I like that.
No, content creator.
Content creator.
Don't
There
say
you go.
influencer.
That's
Content
all right.
creator.
We're all influencers at the end of the day. Talking about the hobby, collecting, and how he connects athletes, collecting, and the military. Ooh, I like that. You got a website or anything that we can plug?
Army ATC 22 on Instagram.
Okay, cool. Instagram. All right, excellent. We got about let's see here. All right, Sam, we're going to come back in 30 seconds. I just deleted those spots, so you'll see it. Boom. One more time? Yeah. Sorry, I didn't have the headset. Okay, so yeah. All right, so you got like 30 seconds. Boom, just go ahead and do that. I'll hear the music. Awesome, dude.
You guys should be here tomorrow when this is all filled with
Yeah.
everyone for the signers.
It's gonna be a mob here tomorrow. Yeah.
It'll be wild.
That's-
Might not need us taking up all that space right here.
No, it's also good because you can play off. You know, you're talking about, whatever you're talking about, play off the crowd too. They can be chime in at the same time. It would be.
It's a great scene, great spot, really cool. All right, bring it on back here. It's the Daily Ticket. Sean Barnard, John Jansen. Once again, we are live on a football Friday, a beautiful day in the Delaware Valley at the Philly Show here in Oaks, PA. All the details, trust me when I tell you, at phillyshow.com. Well worth a trip online there and a trip out here to Oaks, PA. Also, we're streaming for all you folks out there on all things social. So be sure to give us a follow at Fox PHL Gambler and on YouTube as well. So you can go ahead and you can see our great guests that are stopping by. We're going to be continuing to talk all things collectibles and having some fun with that.
Yeah, now I know I can talk Pokemon cards.
No, you can't.
They're here. The Yu-Gi-Oh card? I'm sure there's Yu-Gi-Oh cards
No.
here. That's what I was going to mention that. That's what I would get back in the day was
No.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I loved Yu-Gi-Oh.
All right, allow me to introduce our next guest. This gentleman is doing some pretty cool things. He is retired Army, retired military, and he's now a content creator in the collectible scene, and he's connecting athletes with military people, of course, retired. I imagine active as well. Alex Tressler is live here at the Philly Show. Good afternoon, Alex. How we doing?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me on.
Did I get that right?
You did. You got it all correct.
All right, so retired Army.
Yep.
Okay. When thank you for your service, number one. But when did you decide?
2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
22 years, 2 years ago. So.
Ooh, 22 years. Man, thank you very much, sir. Excellent stuff there. All right, so were you always in the collectible game?
So I tell everybody, like a lot of people's stories start out. You did it when you were a kid, right? There's so many people who do it. You see kids running around here right now, right? At some point, I think it's called puberty. I stopped. So I played sports.
What's that?
And, thought, maybe girls wouldn't think it was cool enough.
Yep.
And just I didn't do it anymore. But
Yeah.
I remember doing it with my dad and my brother growing up and everything. And then I got back into it about 2008, and I've been going hard on it since.
Excellent. Excellent.
What
All
got
right.
you back into it?
Yeah.
Went through a little bad divorce and everything. I need rather than being in the Army and just going to the gym 50 times a day, right? I was just like, just so happened someone was at work opening up some cards with their kids.
Come on.
Right? And I was just like, I remember doing that, and all of a sudden they pulled an autograph out of it. I'm just like, I don't remember that. Like, I did a little bit more deep diving, got on the interwebs, and just thought, oh my gosh, this industry's crazy.
All right, so obviously in the content creator game and just being able to make that connection to your people in the military. So how difficult was it? Were there a lot of people that are there currently in the military or retired that, had an interest in the collectible game? How did that work?
There is. Everyone has the persona of military, your cream of the crop, alpha males and stuff. Do you want to really say you're collecting sports cards, nerd aspect, or Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh? You're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh down there, right? Do you want to really say that? No, what you want to tell them is, this card I sold for $50,000. Like, oh, hold on a second. Maybe it's not so much nerdish if there's so much money into it. Yeah. Right, so a lot of veterans, military active, and around the base and stuff, they're into it because what do we resonate a lot into? Sports, right? And you just taking that into the card game, and it's like I'm like watching college football resonate into NFL, knowing all these players, and be like, oh yeah, I know he got drafted. I know Andrew Luck got drafted in 2012. He played for Stanford and everything, coming out that way, right? Because I can picture his rookie card in my brain now, and it's easy to remember that stuff.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. Very cool. Alex Tressler hanging out with us here at the Philly Show. Alex, somebody that's new to the game, what would you recommend? Like, there's so much going on. This place is huge. I know tomorrow is going to be even crazier with all the autographs here, which is awesome, especially from the Philly fan perspective with the Phillies 08 World Series team. But what do you recommend for somebody that's new? Like, what should be something that we do that's absolutely on the must-accomplish list?
Just come out and see the vibe, right?
Yep.
Take a walk around. If you don't buy one thing, talk to individuals, maybe, get some perspective from, the vendors that have been doing it for so long, see where, what if they have any social media or any websites, and you can check out other videos. Go online. Watch all the other content creators making videos of other shows and you'd understand, you have Philly here, and then New York there's a ton, Jersey there's a ton, down in DC, Baltimore, all in this area is monsters for cards. Yeah. And next thing you know, you're all of a sudden flying out to LA to go to a huge card show out there. Heck, there's a big show in Macau happening in November. You're flying to Asia for a card show. Like, what? How'd that happen?
Yeah.
Started by me walking through the doors at the Philly show.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Getting linked up, and next thing you know, you're traveling with your family to all these other destinations, and you get to deal with cards. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I do like cool. It does look cool carrying a case around and knowing there's something in that case. Like it's really cool seeing it all walk around.
You don't understand. Some of those cases are like mini mansions
Yes.
walking around
That's
here.
what we were told. We were just having a conversation about the Shohei Ohtani ball and whether or not if you had that, what would you recommend? Let me ask you, what's your prized possession? What do you got?
My prize possession. So being retired military, Pat Tillman's my big
Nice.
guy that I collect.
Yeah.
So I have a huge Pat Tillman collection, and I have a big 16 by 20 that's JSA certified of Pat Tillman. He doesn't have a lot of signed stuff, so I was able to find that. But my prized possession was, I had a friend in New York. I was already in the military for 9/11. I was stationed in Germany or whatever. I had a friend in New York that actually went to Ground Zero and got some of the rubble there, and I have it in my possession at home after 9/11, and before it was cleaned up. So
really?
Yes.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's the next level. And that's one that's probably not going to be shopped, I would imagine. No, yeah, you're going to keep that one.
That's there forever.
Yeah, that's very cool, Alex. Great stuff. Hey, if people obviously listening right now, how can we find you? And if there's somebody that is in the military, active or retired, that maybe, you know what, you struck a chord with there, just reach out to you?
Yes, reach out to me. All social media, Army ATC 22. The ATC deal stands for Air Traffic Control. I was an air traffic controller in the Army,
man.
Right, and everything. And you said it correctly. Like, reach out. I'm huge for mental health.
Yeah.
Right, and everything. And that's one thing. Like tomorrow, I'm hopefully going to talk to Michael Vick about resiliency and adversity. And if there's any person out there, any athlete to talk about adversity, it's probably Michael Vick.
Yeah.
You know what he's overcome and everything, right? You know, if you're having a bad, I don't care if you're in the military or not. If you just need someone to talk to, reach out to me. Period. There's always someone out there that you can talk to.
Well said, man. We're actually running a spot right now, and I know you could speak to it. It's a PSA, and it is based off of the military, and you know it's got a couple of things that start out with it, people going through hard times. So that strikes a chord right now, and very cool to hear you being out there and available for those people. Alex, can't thank you enough for stopping by, man. Continued success, sir, and thank you for joining us and being a part of the Philly show here. Definitely won't be our last time, that's for sure.
Definitely. I appreciate it. Yeah, then the show's open until 8 o'clock tonight, and tomorrow open it from 9 to 5.
Excellent.
I'm excited to see the Phillies come in.
Oh, so excited.
Kurt Schilling, his dad. Kurt Schilling's dad was a retired Army person, too. 22 years also, so I'm excited to go talk to him tomorrow.
Very cool.
You know, talk about him being an Army brat.
Yeah.
So that's going to be – come out and see that 08, World Series team.
I wonder if Kurt's going to bring the bloody sock.
Does anybody have
I wonder
where
if
is
he's got the bloody sock. I wonder if he does.
How
Maybe-
much is that worth?
Yeah, I think Cooperstown actually does
They
have
might.
that.
Oh,
yeah.
do they? Okay.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Alex, excellent, man. Thank
Appreciate it.
you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you stopping by. Once again, Alex Tressler joining us right there. And be sure to find him on socials. All right, we're going to keep it moving here. Once again, we're at the Philly Show live. Let's continue to talk about the NFL card that we have coming up here on Sunday.
NFL card. I see what you did. Well done. Well done.
Well,
I'm going to go find myself a Blue Eyes White Dragon over there somewhere for him.
good luck on
A
that.
Dark Magician, you know?
Well, we got Powers. Powers is over here making
Are we going to have Power Scout
moves.
for us?
Yeah. Powers, slide over here for 1 second. I want to hear your take on this real quick, if I could. Now, you've been running around here. I see you got the phone. This is like full
Dude, it's
Powers
unreal,
mode.
man.
Yeah. What else is going on out there?
Like, I found your mystery bags for the
Oh,
jersey.
there we go.
Mystery box.
Box.
It's
yeah.
the mystery
well,
box.
Yeah, but it's a jersey. It's a bag, but it says box.
Okay.
And they're $300.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
There was one that was
There was
100, and there was one there was yeah.
All right,
I'm good
I
on the
found the
300.
wrong one.
All right, yeah.
We want the $500 one.
We all admit our mistakes. That's mine. No, dude, it's unreal, man. It's just like vintage. There's more vintage cards here than I've ever seen at any other show.
Yeah. Every box contains one signed jersey, 3 signed 8x10s, and 1 signed mystery item.
Oh, that looks like it's like from. Oh, so we'll ask Christy.
Yeah.
all
Mystery
about that.
box.
That's sick,
Mystery
man.
box. Yeah, man. That's the cool thing. I dig the
It is.
mystery.
It's called
Yeah,
Mystery Box. The show you're talking about, I think.
No.
No. All right. I know that song. It's the song's called Mystery Box.
You'll get there eventually, Powers.
I'll get there.
You'll
Maybe
figure it
one
out.
day. Maybe one day. I don't
Not
know.
today.
What's
Not
the
today.
coolest thing you've seen so far?
That's a good question.
The Conor McGregor sign thing. He's like, I would like to take this time to apologize to absolutely
no
nobody."
one. Yes.
Having that signed and even we should put it on our
Stop.
studio with a gambler would be sick.
That
We
is
did have
so
that drop
good.
for a very long time.
That was
Yeah.
a big time drop on this radio station. It was. Very cool.
eBay's doing their thing. I mean, that's really cool. You really think about their job and keeping the card industry afloat for those years that weren't as successful before COVID and stuff like that. So it's really cool to see those guys here on some of their vintage stuff is absolutely unreal, like unreal. We saw something. What was that? I saw a Babe Ruth jersey. Like,
Whoa.
it's just, it's insane.
I walked up and this whole box of cards was like from the 40s. Just like,
They're
what?
tiny.
What
They're
is this
tiny.
thing worth right
Little
here?
cards.
Yeah, it's
Because
insane.
people were smaller back then.
Yeah. He's a good one. He's a good one. Nice work there. All right, we're going to continue to have some special guests, talk a little bit more about what's happening. Alex came through. Shout out to Alex, doing great work there. David Marino, that was very cool as well. We're going to have Larry Pringle. He's going to be joining us in a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit more about what's going on for the kids. Kids Trade Night, 5 to 8 p.m. First 50 kids get a free swag bag. Are you kidding me? Yes, this is awesome for all the kids. So families, get on down here to Oaks, PA. This is the place to be all weekend long. All right, we're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back. Don't go anymore, Dilly. Take it after this.
Get Jansen a swag bag.
Thanks, Powers.
Hey, man.
That was
Awesome, dude.
awesome.
Great job,
Yeah,
dude. Thank
thanks
you
for
very
coming on.
much. Nice, dude. Hey, what's that, Sam? Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, Sam. So we got this break, and then all right. So Sam, I want you to double up here, please. Run back-to-back breaks, please. That's all right. So yep, you'll just go ahead and delete that. Boom. Or you can just, like I said, what is a crash course? Just know when you right-click and drag, it does one thing, and then when you left-click and drag, it does another. Don't be afraid to play around, right? So I believe when you left-click it and hold it and move it, it moves the whole thing. I believe when you right-click it, it basically copies, and it will keep that one in its original spot, and then it will move to, you know what I mean, it will move as well, if that makes sense. Yeah. All right, so run back-to-back breaks. I'll be right back. Thanks, Mark. It's cool. Good job. Glad that we were able to.
it's just something to keep the kids involved, fun, and we give away a ton of stuff, free stuff for the kids. So.
All right, so let's see here. Sammy, nice work. Barracuda, you're the best.
They're back 30 seconds to count in.
One more time.
You guys know exactly when to be back.
Well, yeah.
You've been doing it so long.
Ballpark, can't go wrong.
always a bump.
Excuse me. Let's see.
It is kind of funny how much you do gain that muscle memory timing of when you go back.
Let's see. On-campus sports cards.
Yep.
All right, excellent. Hey, Sam. You got the pot up? Well, I'm not hearing. Take us out of talkback. Okay, never mind. That's what it was. You scare me when you hit that button and it goes dark. It means I didn't know if we were off the air.
Maybe
Yeah, who
slight
knows,
connection
man. It's got a mind of its own today. All right, so I see we're back in about a minute here. So you can just go ahead and take us out of talkback. The song, we're good to go, and we're going to take this a little long here. You the man, dude. Thank you.
Fox Sports The Gambler.
Wow. Joe Mixon not going to play.
Wow.
Neither is Damian Pierce.
So who the heck do you pick up from Houston if you need a running back?
Cam Ward.
That's tough.
Yeah, really tough. Hey now, once again, Daily Ticket on a beautiful football Friday coming to you live from the Philly Show in Oaks, PA. All the details, information, and more available at phillyshow.com. Sean Brace, John Jansen with you here having some fun. Little glory days, Jansen. I'm seeing these cards. I had that Bo Jackson rated rookie with the Topps wood. Cover. I think I still have that card. I need to go dig that up because our next guest, he's selling that card. I saw a nice little price tag, I believe $40 on that thing. If I get $40 for
there you go.
Bo Jackson, I don't want to sell it though. I want to hang on to that one. That one actually means something to me from back in the day. That's one of the cards that stick out to you. That and
you should probably sell it.
Billy Rifkin. All right, joining us right now, ladies and gentlemen, we've been joined by some great guests so far, taking us on the ins and outs of what's happening here at the Philly Show. This next gentleman goes by the name of Larry Pringle. And Larry, once again, you are the owner of On-Campus Sports Cards. Thank you for a couple minutes today,
Hey,
man.
thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, one of the cool things that you are doing here, Larry, besides your setup, tremendous, number one. How many people you got over there helping you out?
There's 4 of us total.
Okay.
Yep.
You're doing the Kids Trade Night?
Absolutely. We host the Kids Trade Night here at the Philly Show, and first 50 kids get a free swag bag provided with supplies from BCW Supplies, pack of cards, some other cool things in there, and we just like to provide a space and opportunity for kids to be able to have a spot of their own to trade and hang out, play games, do a little bit of education, and tons of giveaways.
Yeah, the kids are really cool, and just seeing them walking around and look, that's where it starts. It's where it started for me. I'm sure it's where it started for you.
Started for me.
Started for a lot of us, and it's cool to see. that it's definitely taken on a life of its own. I didn't have a cool suitcase walking
No,
around.
I had a nice binder, like leather binder, but I didn't have a suit. No, I didn't have
kid
that.
you not. The kid over there in the Patrick Mahomes shirt had his suitcase was handcuffed to his wrist.
You can't let these kids fool you these days. Some of them come up to the table and they'll offer you to sell their cards to you, and you look in their case, they'll have $50,000, $60,000 worth of cards. And I'm thinking back when I was 12, I was working, $2 to mow a lawn to buy a pack of 50 cent, Donruss or Fleer or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think my Freddie Mitchell rookie card is worth 50, 60,000.
Hey, man, lemonade stands are hitting different these days. That's all I got for you. Larry, how did you get involved in the hobby here, sir? And it's obviously more than that for you.
Yeah, so back in 2018, 2017, I stumbled upon Pristine Auctions, 10-minute auctions. I started buying memorabilia, and then I said, hey, let me see what kind of cards look like today, because it'd been since 95, 96, the last time I bought a card, and I came upon the new modern cards with autographs and game-used patches and pieces of the, everything, uniform, everything on them. It was great. So I started buying a lot. And, had my own business back then, and I started getting a lot of packages, and my wife said, hey, babe, you going to sell any of this stuff? So I started out on Facebook doing a group and, selling packs and stuff like that. And then when we moved during COVID to Myrtle Beach, I turned that passion into opening up a store. And ever since then, I enjoy it. I love interacting with families and kids and teaching parents about it, because some of their kids are really, really smart. But the parents, they're not, they're like me. I'm 48. They're quite a little unsure of how it goes, and you have to. There's a lot of education behind it, having a shop. So that's how I got back into it. I really enjoy working with the kids and working with the parents, and then kids say the darndest things, just like the TV show says. So
now, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I hear you guys are doing really well here. So it might be sold out, might not. But bottom line is the kids trade night going down tonight from 5 to 8 p.m. You're going to be in charge with it, teaming up with some other people here. And again, the kids are going to walk away with a free swag bag, really cool, get some education. So if it's not available tonight, this is definitely something that parents should look forward in the future. I know that the Philly show will be returning, I believe, in December. So this is something that's really cool and extremely beneficial for kids if they're in the world of collectibles and, of course, trading cards, so on and so forth.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll be doing this in December, and tonight, the first 50 kids get a swag bag, but there won't be a kid that walks away tonight without something. Nice. We have probably 50 or 60 boxes to give away. We have a couple of different other bags to give away, keychains to give away. So everybody will get something. And we'll play games. We'll play sports bingo, scavenger hunt, and got to throw a little education in there. But other than that, sorry about that.
Oh, you're right.
We have fun with the kids, and, then they trade, and, we kind of verify trade with parents. But it's a great time. We have returning families from March when we did this earlier. They've already stopped by and said they're looking forward to it tonight. So.
Larry, where can we find you online if we want to get in touch with you and see what you have to offer down there in Myrtle Beach?
Sure. Our socials are on-campus sports cards on Instagram and Facebook, and we're also currently redoing our website. It's oncampussportscards.com, and that's where you can find us.
All right. So now take us behind the scenes. I want to know, what's your number one prized possession, and did you bring it up here with you to the trade show here?
I collect the uncoolest stuff in the world.
Pokemon cards?
I collect
Stop.
80s and 90s Denver Bronco and Yankee cards.
Nice.
And
Tom Jackson?
My most prized possession is my wife bought me 2 years ago at the CSA show a Terrell Davis. He's my guy. Yeah. On helmet autograph with a Hall of Fame inscription.
Wow. Very cool. Yeah, TD, man. Big time back-to-back years there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, one of the best. All right, and then as far as number one item that you have here, like if somebody walked up and you wanted to wow them, what are you showing them?
I have a 54 Jackie Robinson.
Whoa.
If you're into more modern, I have Star Wars non-sport, because I enjoy non-sport. I have a Superfractor non-sport.
What does Superfractor mean? I hear that term a lot.
Superfractor is Topps' term for a one-of-one, and it has a gold pattern on it, and you can recognize it instantaneously once you see one. Every Superfractor has the same pattern, so every card has a one-of-one Superfractor or a one-of-one Superfractor autograph.
Who's the number one card right now, like as far as brand is concerned? Is it still Topps at the top? Is it Upper Deck? Like, am I way out of tune?
It's definitely Topps.
Is it
100%
Topps still?
Topps. Topps Fanatics actually kind of came in and took over, and they own for the next 20 years. They don't have all the licenses quite yet, but they will in about 2 years, and they have a 20-year agreement in, and they are putting a lot more money into marketing. Like when we were younger in the 80s and 90s, we didn't have that.
Yeah.
They're investing in it. You know, they're all about kids. They had a kids rip night, Topps Hobby Rip Night the other night.
Saw that.
And they send us free stuff to the shop to give to kids, T-shirts, packs. So Topps is definitely a top-tier brand. And then, you know, as far as football goes, it's C.J. Stroud is the guy you're looking for. Everyone's looking for that guy.
Everyone wants to see C.J. Stroud pop
Fair
up
enough.
in that pack. I like that.
And
Obviously,
it's basketball, Victor Wembanyama.
yeah. Wemby.
Wemby is the guy, too.
No longer Steph. It's Wemby.
It's Wemby.
All right. We got these are cool. The mystery packs are a big deal. I like the mystery packs. Do you guys do mystery packs at your shop?
We do. We do
Okay.
the same $10 price point.
I like these.
For kids.
Yeah.
We normally will put an autograph and a patch and a couple cards in there for the kids.
I got a bunch of Jalen Hurts this year. We got an autographed Kenny Gainwell. I like the fact that it's like,
Yeah.
you know, Eagles related, team specific. I thought that was pretty cool. Nice touch
Absolutely.
there.
You got to keep it cheap for the kids.
Yes,
you know.
Yeah.
yes.
There's a whole subset in the hobby for adults, you know, breaking and stuff like that. But
Sure.
for the kids, absolutely.
And then we'll get you out of here on this one, sir. Last night we had history in the world of Major League Baseball. Shohei Ohtani, that ball, the guy who ended up with the ball went home, which is smart on him. I'm curious, what would you recommend? Like, what's the next step for you if they called you up? Say that guy lives in Myrtle Beach, says, "Oh my God, you know, I'm Shohei Ohtani," calls up your store and says, "Larry, what should I do next?" What would you recommend?
I'm going to say this. I say this to everybody about cards or memorabilia. If you always remember this phrase, they always let you buy it back cheaper later. So I would tell him, sell the ball. Put it to auction unless you have a very strong 7-figure offer from a private collector. His stuff, Ohtani stuff, is very, very collectible because he has a whole nother collector base in Asia and here in the U.S. But I would definitely tell him to, you know, sell it and reap the benefits, you know, from the sale.
Yeah, sure. Is he number one in baseball? You said with Wemby in basketball.
Him
CJ?
and Aaron Judge, are
Yeah,
the two
Judge.
guys the last couple of years that have just been setting it on fire. I mean, he has some rookies that perform, but for Shohei is definitely the guy. I mean, him and Judge are going to be MVP again this year, and
Yeah.
you know, we're talking about those two of the last 3 years. So
What's the number one? What's the highest priced item here as far as a card is concerned?
Ooh.
in this place
In
here?
the place, yeah. If you had to guess.
Oh, there's probably some 52 Mantles that are 6-7 figures. Golden Auction, Heritage Auctions. They always bring high dollar cards and put them on display. eBay's got some high dollar cards on display.
Saw
right behind
eBay
us.
over there. Yes.
Absolutely, yeah. You'd be surprised. There is some money in the room, and you know, people don't realize there's a lot of buyers that fly in just
Yeah.
for these shows.
Yeah.
And they're going to the bank before they get here. Let's just put it that way.
And I want to say this too as well. I'm not going to give anything away. Don't worry, Larry. But you got an unbelievable security system above your spot over there.
Absolutely. That's my other venture called Safe Show Cams.
Okay.
We are in the development phase. I actually created those.
Really?
My background is in physical security for the last 18 years. So we hope to have a model pushing out to the public and shipping in January.
Because it's serious.
It's a need.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money in this room.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's been heists of over $1 million at card shows this past year.
Yeah.
So it's definitely become a focus.
Yeah. No. I first thing I noticed.
Right.
Go well. You're not going to walk away with anything over here.
100% not going to.
Hey, Larry, thank you for
Hey,
stopping
thank you
by.
for having me. I appreciate you
Absolutely,
guys.
man. And once again, Kids Trade Night, and very cool stuff that you guys are doing here. So if you're in the area, stop on by, check out Larry's vending area as well over there in the corner behind us. Larry Pringle, thank you very much for a couple minutes, sir.
Hey, thank you guys. Have a great evening.
You too now.
too.
Excellent stuff. Once again, great things happening here at the Philly Show, John Jansen in Oaks, PA. Really cool stuff.
Yeah, amazing stuff, and just the trading card thing in general. I used to do it a ton, not just for sports, but yeah, it was for Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And this is the mecca of it all. This is incredible to see that what's here and what, you know, all the people that fly in. It's crazy. I was seeing WWE stuff too.
Yeah, on campus
great.
sports cards. That's Larry Pringle once again. If you go to, just to let you know too as well, booth assignments. Okay, so the booth. All right, here you go. Just to let you know, they have a list of dealers here at the Philly Show. It's all available, phillyshow.com. And then you could check out where the booths are signed up, their numbers, obviously real easy to find. And as I just said with Larry Pringle there, you go ahead, everything is alphabetical, and you'll be able to find his shop as well. Really cool stuff, including memorabilia. And this is what's exciting me right now. This is what's getting me going.
Okay, what's getting you?
I just saw a guy walk by with a Bill Walton signed jersey.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. Like, come on, man. That is
Bill
awesome.
Walton one, that's pretty good.
And it's on the Portland Trailblazers jersey. It says Blazers. Like, that's the next level. I tried to buy that when he passed, and it was gone. Mitchell and Ness sold out. And I was like, shame on me for not buying, because you know me, I got a bunch of NBA jerseys, dumb stuff. It's good summertime fit. And I'm like, how did I never think of buying a Bill Walton jersey?
I thought for you, because the Grateful Dead, I thought that connection would have been really simple for you.
So bad. And like,
I'm surprised you haven't gotten a Bill Walton one just to wear to a Grateful Dead show. Like wear a Walton jersey.
It says Blazers.
Yeah, that is a perfect Grateful Dead show. That's a perfect fit for that show.
It's so stupid. I love it.
I can't believe you've never done that.
No, it's so good. It's so good. All right. Okay. Well, bottom line is this. We got a lot going on here today. We are live till 5 o'clock. Shout out to the people rolling out the red carpet for us here at the Philly Show. Sam, I believe, is back at the studio. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick time out. We'll come back. And we need to hit on some plays here, John Jansen, before we get out of here on a Friday, because I need some winners in college football. Oh, by the way, we do have some games tonight. Is there anything catching your eye for tonight?
A little bit of Syracuse. That number is going way up. A little bit of Syracuse. It's two favorites I like, so I don't know if you like that. But Syracuse because of the offense. Also Nebraska?
I'm not going to, like, it shouldn't surprise you. I just want winners. Favorites, dogs, props, spreads,
but
totals.
Everybody gets words, two favorites. Why are you going two favorites? You know, some people get weird about that.
I'm getting frustrated because I'm trying to find, like, the lines that, like, talk to me in the NFL, and
I'm struggling right now.
I'm not seeing anything, like the spots. Nothing is really hitting me. You know, I will gauge, your thoughts on 3 NFL games that have some funny business happening with the lines. I'll get your thoughts on that, see if we can steer some people in the right direction. And, by the way, we'll continue talking all things Eagles, Saints coming up. Sunday, 1 o'clock, 3-point spread here on DraftKings Sportsbook. Once again, we're live from the Philly Show. It's the Daily Ticket. Do not go anywhere. More after this. There he is. You're the man, Sammy. Good job, buddy. Yep. Great job. All right. Hey. You ain't lying. You're not lying.
Do you dabble?
No, I mean I'm definitely more in the collectibles, like jerseys, helmets. Like I was walking over there, I'm like, yeah, I would love any and all that merchandise, stuff like that. Cards, used to, yeah. She didn't seem to mind when I told her I'm going out tonight, and then I said you were going to come over.
Boom, boom, boom.
what we'll do is we'll wrap up and then toss this stuff into the car, and then let's go for a walk.
Yeah, I might actually head out though.
Oh, you are? Oh, you got to get on that call.
I gotta get on that call. I could probably walk around for a little bit, but because I don't know if I want to be on the road for the call. But yeah, I'll only have a few minutes.
No, that's fine. Get out of here. Are you going to bring everything with you because you're doing parks tomorrow or no?
I don't know if I'm going to parks yet.
Uh-oh.
Well, everything's the same. It's just whether or not what I'm going to do. Would you be able to drop this off? Or do you want
At the studio?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Shit.
Because I wasn't exactly sure yet if I was going. Part of me says no because I'm just going to go for an hour.
Yeah. I have to. All right, look, if I gotta drive this studio, I gotta drive this studio.
Well, you sausage live too far from you.
Yeah, I know. The hobby came. Oh, nice. Here we go. Once again, coming to you live from the Philly Show. Sean Barnard, John Jansen, coming down the home stretch on a beautiful football Friday. Beautiful day in the Delaware Valley. Gorgeous day, John Jansen. 6 degrees above the regular
average?
Yeah, the average
Okay,
temperature.
nice.
Thank you. I was like,
Yeah, I
seasonal
don't know
temp-
why you're struggling. I don't like
Well,
that.
I just heard her say that.
I'm seeing a lot of 70s coming up next, so that's good for me.
Extend it, baby. Extend it, please.
Nah. What do I see? 79 tomorrow. I don't like that.
Oh, stop it.
73 on Sunday. Beautiful weather. That's NFL weather.
You're
Brace.
right
Come
about
on.
that. All right, joining us right now, good-looking man right here, good-looking bald man, goes by the name of Jeremy Lee, and he is a content creator. He is in the sports gambling space. He's got a tremendous following on all things socials and a pretty cool card as well, Sports Cards Live. Jeremy, thank you for joining us, and I mean that when I say this. You know, bald men got to stick together here.
Oh, yeah.
Sports Cards Live. What's happening there, sir?
Yeah, that is my brand. I do content, YouTube,
Okay.
podcast. That's it. I interview people. I've got it's all live streams. I've done over 600 live streams.
Oh.
I'm working with several companies in the hobby space, and we're going on 4.5 years.
This is a gold mine for content.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So nice work by you there, number one, because at the end of the day, everything is being brought into one space, and it's just the stories are incredible to hear what cards are here, the eBay spot over here with they have on the display, and that's just one. I haven't even ventured too far over there. Collectibles, merchandise. So great job with putting that together. What brought you in to the space, Jeremy?
I mean, I've been in the space my whole life.
Have you?
Oh, I've been collecting cards over 40 years.
Nice.
And what brought me in was, just a love for collecting. It's in my blood. Haven't really ever stopped, but what got me into doing content 4.5 years ago was just before the pandemic was taking over the world, and I decided to go live one day to sell some cards, and that turned into me getting the brand, getting the YouTube channel buttoned up. And then I thought to myself, well, I guess I'm going to go live on YouTube. And so I called up a buddy of mine who is well known in the industry for creating some of the most iconic brands. I said, hey, his name's Carvin Chung. I said, Carvin, why don't you come live with me next Saturday? It was April the 18th, 2020, and I'll interview you. And he's like, all right, sure. So we went live, and I'm traditionally, I'm from Canada, so I'm a hockey.
Nice.
I'm a hockey collector.
Okay.
I collect baseball, basketball, football as well, and some non-sport, including the one card I've picked up here so far this weekend. And but he's a basketball guy and a hockey guy, so I want to appeal to more than just hockey. And here we are, over 600 live streams later.
Wow.
And I've interviewed the who's who of the industry. Including Joe, who runs this show,
nice,
and many others. So, yeah, man, my catchphrase is "sports cards is a lifestyle." It's certainly mine.
Yeah. So I do want to ask, because we got like Victor Wembanyama for basketball, we got the NFL with C.J. Stroud. In hockey, what's like the hot
Connor
player?
Bedard,
Oh,
Chicago
yeah.
Blackhawks,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
He's the big one right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Huge right now. Yeah.
I know this much. A lot of Canadians have an affection for Flyers. Are you one of those guys? Did you grow up liking the Flyers? Did you hate the Broad Street Bullies? Where were you?
I mean, the Broad Street Bull. I remember the Legion of Doom.
Okay, now we're
Right?
talking. Yeah.
Eric Lindros,
Yeah.
Renberg, and
Yeah.
Leclerc.
There you
yeah.
go. Most people can't name those three, including people in Philadelphia. So
Oh,
that's
I don't know if I
nice
could.
work. Nice
Well
work
done.
by you, Jeremy.
And
on that
I'm
one.
originally from Winnipeg, Manitoba, which is just north of North Dakota. And Bobby Clark comes from Flin Flon,
Okay.
Manitoba, not too far from where I grew up. So
Great Bobby
yeah,
Clark.
the great Bobby Clark. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, so Jeremy, I've been asking a question similar to all of our guests, and I'm curious to know what, with your background, and you've been here running around, if somebody's new to the game, they show up, Oaks, PA, at the Philly show, their first time, what do you suggest they do?
I suggest you really come in with your eyes wide open. You know, a lot of people will say you go to a card show, look around. You might see a card you like at the beginning, but you have a budget. So, you might not want to blow your budget in the first 10 minutes you walk into a show. I say that's a good strategy unless the card that you find that would blow your budget is very rare and hard to find, and you've been looking for it. If you see it, you have to grab what you want quickly, as long as it isn't rare, because otherwise you could spend another hour looking around the show, go back to that booth, and that card that you wanted the most, it's now gone.
Yeah.
And that applies to, nice vintage cards the cards aren't rare, but to find the right copy can be very difficult. Nice centering, good edges, good corners, nice and clear, not too out of focus. So my advice is, while you might not want to blow your budget at the beginning, you might regret if you don't.
Yeah, no, I believe you on that one. I'm curious to know this answer from you. Like, yeah, everyone that's here is a fan of sports and, most likely collectibles, but there are people in here that probably don't have a card collection, that this is just fun to them, right? How many people what's a good percentage you think that would be coming through here to the Philly show that really don't have a card collection? Like, this is in my wheelhouse, and I don't collect cards.
I mean, I think that number is higher than it's ever been,
Yeah.
because there is so much more attention on sports cards lately in mainstream media, because guys like Wembanyama he's collecting cards. Mike Trout is collecting cards with his son.
Saw that.
And that's on social media. So I think more and more people have been exposed to the hobby recently, and they are now curious, and fathers are bringing their sons in, and mothers are bringing their sons in. I've seen a lot of that out there here today. So yeah, I think the number is increasing, and that is indicative of the hobby. The sports card hobby is growing.
Yeah, and you got the kids zone, kids trade night going off this evening, and the kids walking around with those briefcases, and we've heard that there might be cards worth like 50 grand in some of those briefcases. Like, these kids are crazy.
The kids are crazy.
Lemonade stands are hitting these days.
Lemonade, they are paying dividends, because you got to ask, how are these kids affording? They can have 100 grand worth of cards. Not all of them do.
Yeah.
Not all of them do, but a lot of these kids, you have to give them credit. They may be, 14 to 18 years old, sort of thing, but they've been doing this for 3 or 4 years, and they've traded and built up their inventory. One of the things I love about the sports card space is that even it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're 8 years old or 10 years old and you're walking the floor, you have no choice really but to be interacting with adults who are behind the booth.
Yep.
And I feel like, and it's not just me that feels it, it's the way it's going. Kids can really develop some life skills in these rooms, negotiating, and being turned down, you know, and
Budgeting
trading.
also.
Budgeting, yeah.
Budgeting.
So much.
But business. There are real life business skills that are being honed in card shows like the Philly show here by these kids. And I mean, I've been setting up at shows for over 20 years, so I've seen kids. Like, there's one kid comes to mind in particular. I first met him when he was 9. Now he's 25, and he's built himself a great little card business on top of now being in the marketing world as well. So I think it's a great space for kids.
So you were mentioning a little bit. You were talking about cards and things you're looking for. Like, what are the? Because I'm new. Like, what do I look for in a card to know that it's a good card? Because it's more than just me looking up on Google and trying to figure out if that card's rare or whatever. There's more to it than that. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, there's so much to it, and it's a great question, but it's a hard one to answer. So I'm going to try my best, and I would say, first of all, you got to decide what are you targeting. Are you collecting Phillies? Are you collecting Flyers, maybe Penguins? Or are you collecting Wembanyama? Are you looking for Michael Jordan? It really depends what you're looking. Or are you looking for Mickey Mantles or Lou Gehrig's or Nolan Ryan? So once you know what you're looking for, then you have to decide, okay, what's your budget? And then you got to hone in on a card, a specific card. And then you got to figure out if it's a vintage card, what grade can you afford? And then once you figure that out, now you got to be able to find the copy that speaks to you, because a lot of these cards are graded. I picked up one card. It's not even a sports card I picked up.
Look at this. All right.
What is it?
This is it might make you laugh, but this is what's considered to be the
Nice.
Batman,
Wow.
the Batman rookie card, okay?
Come on,
Now,
really?
this is from 1966. It's the first Batman card. It's graded by PSA a 3, which is relatively low. But this is a great card to describe what you're asking, because look at the centering of the card. The borders are nice and even. Does this not look really good to you?
Yeah, it looks great.
It looks great. But if you look carefully, it's got a little crease. A little crease over here. It's got some wax over here. So it's not perfect. It's been degraded. But I can tell you for sure that someone looks at this in my showcase, if I put it out there at a future show, they're going to say that is a beautiful copy for the grade. So something that I always recommend is buy the best copy from an eye appeal perspective for the grade that you can afford. And if you can buy it for the comps of that grade where the copies aren't as nice, well, now you're really coming out a winner.
Tell you what, schooling us right now.
Yeah,
Jansen.
he said that was a hard question to answer, and he answered it pretty darn well.
And that's
really good.
So, all right, let me ask you about this card. Did you come in trying to find this card? Have you been trying to find this card?
Yeah, what appealed that?
I couldn't resist. I had to buy it. I was compelled to buy it. I own a better copy in my personal collection already, but I saw this in a gentleman's showcase, and I said, "Can I look at that?" He showed it to me. I'm okay. I see what the flaw, because when it's lying down in the showcase and you're looking at it, you don't know, why is it only a 3? This thing looks like a 6 or a 7. So I pull it out, I look at it, but the fact that it looked like a 6 or a 7 to me tells me it has very strong eye appeal. Eye appeal is something that's somewhat separate from the technical grade. So no, I wasn't looking for this card, but I saw it and I thought, you know what, if I can buy it right, I will find it another good home eventually. Yeah.
Jeremy Lee schooling us right now, and folks, Jeremy, what's the obviously you got all your socials rolling here, but what's the main one you go off of?
I mean, my YouTube is simply Sports Cards Live, 3 words, all plurals there, Sports Cards Live. And my Instagram is at JLEE for JLee_Sports Cards Live.
Excellent. Jeremy, thank you for stopping by, man.
That was awesome.
Great stuff, and congratulations on scoring that card, sir.
Thanks
and
for having me, guys.
I know you're not done either.
Yeah,
I
I didn't know what to expect. I don't know if I expected a Batman one. That was really cool.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, very cool.
Thank you, guys.
Jeremy, excellent. Thank you for stopping by. Definitely be following you. Tremendous knowledge there from the great Jeremy Lee hanging out with us here at the Philly Show. And once again, can't thank all of our guests for popping on here. Christine, thank you very much for hooking us up. We got schooled today, John Jansen.
I got very schooled today. This is awesome.
Learned a little bit about the games, the game of
But even just answer that, like, there's so much that goes into a card other than just me looking up and seeing what a price is or whatever. It's, looking at grades, trying to find out again, looking for a Batman one. I don't know if I ever would have thought there would be a Batman one here, but here's a Batman one.
Yeah.
And right in front of us. So, yeah, awesome stuff. And just to walk around and again, see cards that are from my childhood. Even things like Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but even some other ones of players from back in the day and cards that I would have loved to gotten. It's cool.
Ooh, they are putting up the miles per hour now. Yeah.
Do you want me to school you in that, Brace?
How hard you throwing?
No, I don't know. Last time I did it, I was maybe 14, 13, and I was throwing like 63, 64.
Oh, I got more than that.
Okay. Right now, though?
I'd pop it at 70. I'll
You
hit
think-
70.
I don't know if I could ever hit 70, but I think I could get close.
A miles per hour pitch.
I actually don't know. I don't want to say that. I would be lucky to hit 60 now. I'll lower my.
Yeah, I'll go. Like 70 might be a little up there. But I have hit 70 before, absolutely. I think I hit 76, right? I want to say I've hit 76.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Miles per hour? Absolutely. Never through 80, but definitely high 70s, pop the mid a little bit.
Okay, look at you.
I was thinking about this the other day. Oh, that's what it was. It was a video on Instagram that I saw. And these guys were stepping in straight out like Happy Gilmore, taking fastballs. And they were cranking it up to like 94, 95, 96 miles per hour and just taking the shots. And I go, it was insane to see how fast it was. Just like, how do you hit that? Yeah, that's when you get into the 90 mile per hour range.
That's hard.
That's when it's going to be next level.
I've seen 80s before. Like I've hit 80s, but that's difficult. But once you get to 90, that's crazy stuff.
Excellent. All right. So once again, we are live here at the Philly show, and we are going to be joined by a gentleman by the name of Pedro Sierra. And Pedro sits down with us right now. And Pedro, first of all, thank you very much for joining us, sir.
My pleasure.
How's everything going this afternoon, this evening?
It's pretty good.
All right. Now, they say that you are one of the few living members that have played in the Negro Leagues. Is that correct?
That is correct. I think at this point, there might be only 10 of us alive.
Wow. Unbelievable.
And if I can make a special reference, the oldest living member is 100 years old. A fellow by the name of, last name is Greason, that he just turned 100 on the 3rd of this month.
Okay. Oh, get out, really?
Reverend Greason, yeah.
Oh, that is tremendous. Now, I know Major League Baseball just did some special stuff around the Negro Leagues this summer. Forgive me, but I know that they had a game, I believe, in Birmingham. Was that correct?
Rickwood Field.
Yes.
Yeah, Rickwood Field.
You played there before?
Yeah, oh yeah, that was part of Birmingham Black Barons was the team in the Negro League that we played there. As a matter of fact, it was, if I want to say, kind of sad because I thought I'd rekindle with Willie Mays, who I have met at the Hall of Fame years ago, and I do design, so I had designed a poster of him being the only living member of the Negro League in the Hall of Fame. Okay. Mm-hmm. And also some pictures that I had from him when he went to play baseball in Cuba in the 50s, where he never got to play because he had a problem with his ankle. So him and Tommy Lasorda playing with Almendar's Blues.
Really?
And then sadly he passed out, but I gave it to the people, left behind to his family.
Very cool. Willie was being discussed a ton today because of what Shohei Ohtani just did. And with the 50 home runs, 50 stolen bases, now the emphasis on stealing bases back in the day with Willie and, of course, yourself playing in those days, there's nobody that's denying the fact that Willie Mays, I think he stole 40 bags 2 times in his career, 50 home runs 2 times as well. I want to say that's correct. But if the emphasis was there on him stealing the bags, he absolutely would have stole 50 more and potentially could have been our first player ever to do what Shohei Ohtani did last night.
Sure, would have been, yeah.
Yeah. Little bit more on the Negro Leagues. I'd love to hear more about playing in those days and, of course, everything that you've been through. And I just love the fact that Major League Baseball is doing the right things by honoring the numbers, allowing the numbers to show up because that was just something that was called upon for many years now.
If one thing that I think that should be revised is that a couple of years ago, they were made Negro League a Major League, but only it happened to be until the 50s. Okay, but Negro League didn't end until 1960. So the Negro National League was the one that folded in 50. but the Negro American League stayed until 1960. So it has to be a revision of, the American League being also part of the a major league.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, it's like I said, it was a big time summer, a big deal as it should be, and the game was special. And you touched on what Willie passing away, which made it tough. And I know that they were going to honor him a little bit more in that game.
And talking about playing in a Negro League, it wasn't easy. I mean, I was a young kid at that time. I was 16 years old.
16.
Wow.
And I knew English, but I didn't know the bad word that was used at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I had great advice from my dad. Say, hear but don't listen. But at that time, when they get too much in that, the only thing that I said, I talked back to them in Spanish. I said, I don't understand. You no entiendo. And I said, this guy is solid. But I mean, it wasn't easy to play in a Negro League. When you play in Philadelphia today, tomorrow you're in Miami. The next day you're in North Carolina. The next day you're in Chicago.
Wow.
And traveling like that, okay, and every single day. And sometimes, maybe like four of us sleep in a hotel room when we can find a hotel room.
Yeah.
Okay, it has to be in the areas where black people were there, and then the thing about the salary wise, it was $100 a month for us, which is maybe they say it was a lot of money, but I mean all the big guys that had numbers, that played there, they made more, but it was exciting because you see, the biggest excitement for me was to be selected to the East-West All-Star game. It was a play in Chicago Comiskey Park and see, maybe 20,000 people, maybe more.
Wow.
Honoring, that. And it's something great that happens in a league. And the philosophy or the nurturing that I got got me to become a better player at that time, and better players on the line. And I'm very proud to be part of that legacy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very proud because I led some people. Oscar Charlton, who was my manager, okay, and then he was very concerned about the impact that we made because we followed their footsteps, and we would be the ones that people be looking at after the younger generation that stayed there. So it was very, very, very impacting.
I bet. All right, so now you are here at the Philly show, and Pedro, how do you get involved with the collectible scene, and you're here in Philly? How did this come about?
Well, it came about years ago that there was a show in Chantilly, Virginia, okay, and I was there. I've been there, and then the fellow who was there passed, and then me and myself and a couple other players, Sam Allen, Bob Scott, were there. And then that's when Joe and then came in and took over, but we still were there. Normally I'd be going to Chantilly and coming here. The only time I don't go to Chantilly is when if it matches in the summertime, because I'm one of the legends that signed for the Major League All-Stars.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'll be traveling with them.
They fly you out to the All-Star festivities?
Right. Yeah, I've been going since 2008.
That's excellent.
That's amazing.
Great to hear by them for making that happen. Excellent. Yeah, because obviously what you're doing right now, you got a great setup for the people that are coming out here. Your booth number, Pedro?
Is
what do you got there?
459.
There it is, 459 for the people that are listening. So come on out here and, of course, watching as well. Tremendous setup over there, sir. And like I said, can't thank you enough for stopping by and giving us some history here.
What I have is things that I designed myself, okay? And then one of the things that I am pushing a lot in a way, because I happen to be the last Latino that played in the Negro League that went to a Major League Spring Training Camp, which I did with the Washington Senators in 1970.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay, so this is the thing that, I thought it's too late now, but I was thinking early, being the fact that this is the start of Hispanic Heritage Month, I combined a poster. I had to add, I already have it at home. Every Hispanic heritage player who is in the Hall of Fame. And it starts with Ted Williams.
Okay.
And it ends with Minnie Minoso.
Really?
And I didn't quite think about it. I didn't have enough to bring it here to propose to the people because, most of the stuff that I sell is Negro League, but I do sell a lot of Spanish stuff, because I designed it.
Very cool. Pedro Serrera, thank you very much for stopping by. Could talk to you all dang day.
Oh, yeah.
Wish we had more time, but I promise you this, people come on by and see what he has to offer at his booth, say what's up, and of course, I'm sure share some stories as well.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for stopping by. Excellent stuff there. Hey, great day across the board today, John Jansen.
Amazing day.
Yeah, it really was. The Philly show. The man. Very cool, very cool. And, of course, as I said, as far as the history is concerned.
Yeah, and the Major League Baseball is celebrating it now and
Yes.
including it in a lot of the record books. And I think one thing, too, that I was really impressed by, and this is a local guy, that still the young guys are so appreciative and also very aware of what the Negro Leagues was and what it did for baseball, and especially for black players in baseball. So Ryan Howard is involved big time with it. He was the one going around trying to get some of the guys from the Negro Leagues back into and
That's
to
right.
be at the game. So it's really cool to see something like that. That even a guy like Ryan Howard, very appreciative, but also sort of giving back in a way to what these guys did. Really special.
It's a good pull by you. Now, we talked about it. I know I did a solo show when that deal went down, and I read a lot about it because I wanted to see. Of course, I know why it's a big deal, but I wanted to see why it didn't take place and what the details were. And we can go on and on about it. We're up against it, but read up on why the change was, and it should have happened a long time ago, but it did happen now, and that's a really cool thing. So very nice work there across the board. How we doing? Nice. What's up,
See the
guys?
cases. Look at the cases.
I know the cases, right?
cases.
Nice.
I love it.
All right, we are live once again at the Philly show. Hey, thank you very much for rolling out the red carpet for us. This was tremendous. What a great time. And really good people, right? Like the community. Let's talk about that for a second. Everybody is down to talk to you. Everybody is down to chat. Of course, this is business at the end of the day. But, man, you want to talk and have some fun, this is a place to be. And especially if you just like sports. You don't need to be collecting. I'm telling you right now, you don't need to have a card collection. Get on down to the Philly show this weekend, happening on Sunday as well, Saturday and Sunday. This is the place to be. Once again, phillyshow.com. Nice work, Mike Powers.
Hey, no, dude. Christy just showed me this unbelievable room. I'm going to take you guys back. There's helmets for days.
Really?
Helmets.
Yeah, that's right. They're all here to sign. Nice work. And for the kids trade night off and running. They're filling up. Once again, special guest, thank you, David Marino, Alex Tressler, Larry Pringle, Jeremy Lee, and the great Pedro Sierra for stopping by. Mike Powers, John Jansen, and Mark Henry Jr. Hey, Sam back behind the scenes. Nice work getting us through dealing with all of those dang issues we had today, but that's all right. The show rolls on. Speaking of, tomorrow we'll be live at Parks, and then we have Villanova football kicking off at 11:30 right here on The Gambler.
Big one, Maryland.
Yes.
Big game against the Terps.
On the road in Maryland, down there in
College Park.
College Park, thank you. Yeah, I struggled with that for a second.
I lived there for a couple of years. I should know.
It's not basketball season, so it kind of was thrown off there a little bit there. All right, I am done for the evening. I get to rest a little bit. Yesterday was a jam-packed day for your boy. So I appreciate everybody having some patience today with me because I was definitely losing my mind there for a second. Great work by everyone, though. Nice work. All right, so tomorrow, once again, we're live at Parks at 9 a.m. Green Legion will be live on Sunday at 9 a.m. for the pregame show, live from New Orleans. And we'll be back on Monday, hopefully recapping a Philadelphia Eagles victory. Everybody enjoy your Friday. Go Birds.